free time. And even when I like literally had no job, I was like using time in web development for tech. So I wanted to study science. But when I looked around and I saw that, like, I think it was just one school then that was offering cyber security, and then in the north, and I felt like, okay, I did not really want to like risk it to like go there to study cyber security. So of that, I wanted to like apply in a school where I kind of people, and I had to do like compliance, which cyber security still falls under. So yeah, so I was able to the adjunct. And while studying computer science, I used to do like a lot of internship with startup. There was this tech then that used to offer free courses to people to learn different things about you could do full application development. Literally anything you wanted to learn in development. So I used to intern for ideas for them. After like with my experience with the whole internship stuff, I got like a couple of certificates from these companies. I decided to go back to content writing to focus on it, and I decided to create it to love creating content. So I created a blog, and I used to post like local news. And then during the whole NSAS stuff that happened in Nigeria back then in 2020, I was curating content on those stuff, right? On this, to a point, like I knew money wasn't coming in, and I really needed money for data, for other things to keep me going, because it don't make constantly learning, but making any money. I mean, I had a blog which I used like my savings to create, and I was the one that built the website from scratch to that blog. And I was also doing like stuff again, right? So so I had a friend who used to do like copywriting for Web3 projects, used lots of articles for crypto projects, right? And I always see him like this guy was always writing content, writing articles, and I was like, please. I always ask him like, what are you doing? And would be like, he's doing like some kind of bounty stuff for cryptocurrency project. And I felt at first when he was telling me that, I thought the whole scam, right? I thought it was just all this scheme kind of stuff. That was what into. So I did not have any. So during the whole coronavirus lockdown, I was like very, very broke and stranded, right? So I kind of reached out to me and was like, if I'm interested in like writing a couple articles for him, for this for a project he was working with. Yeah, I was like, well, I mean, it's not as if I have anything doing. So that was my first time ever researching about cryptocurrency, because I need an article. So I had to make that research, and based on the fact that I was good in content writing, it wasn't that difficult for me to be able to curate content on cryptocurrencies. Even like I did not really know crypto where, but writing research, I was understanding the terms. I was understanding the concepts of cryptocurrency and blockchain as I was writing that and then that was basically how I started, writing Web3 projects, and that was like basically how the Web3 journey for me, coming in space, the blockchain space for me. But in general, I would say I've always been like into tech. I have a couple of certificates for cyber security. Did like, of course, with Cisco and IBM for cyber security. So yeah, I've always been in tech, and it's been interesting to me because it's all right from when I was growing up. Most of my classmates, they're not classmates. My classmates, they're like, as back then in junior secondary school, they always wanted to be like medical doctors, engineers, but I've always had that thing for computers. I've always had that thing for to study computer science, like right from time. So I'll say that's my story. Thank you.
Wow, that's That's really nice because it's working. A lot of people always have this challenge of actually starting up any skill in school, trying to balance academics and moving on. How did you manage to balance all that with your son and the rest? How were you able to manage that? How was that? Was it very challenging?
Funny enough, I'm still in school. I'm in my third year in the university, so I'm still a student. So I'm still trying to juggle working in Web3 and being a student as well. I'll say like those I got for internship, for cyber security and the rest, and even then when I took a course on digital marketing, those were things I already started before I got into the university. So I was doing that stuff because I had this drive and I knew that these were things I needed to do, right? Even before I got admission. So I was already taking that part, I was already doing those stuff. I got admission, it was normal to me because I kind of started them before I got admission. So after I got like admitted to the university, but okay, about cryptocurrency, the blockchain field, I actually started it in my year one semester. That was when I got to know the current. Yeah, so it was a whole new experience to me, and it was kind of challenging because the blockchain technology, the Web3 space is broad, and it's very very technical. Even though like I was like a technical person already, but it was like a bit technical, because I was trying to learn a lot of things at the same time, and also trying to because you can think about the Nigerian schooling system right from your year one, literally teaching you courses that are not even related to what you are doing. So I'm studying computer, and then they're teaching me biology. Like what do with that? Yeah, although maybe they feel that's necessary or something like that. I still don't understand the concept, but the fact remains that those things were like affecting my free time, and I literally like had like no free time to probably have fun or do like fun activities, right? But it was very challenging, cope cooling, and then learning new things about like the blockchains, Web3 but it was very challenging. But manage myself because I knew what I wanted. I mean, I was like making money from this stuff, and I know that okay, this money would like help me sustain myself in the university. So one of the reasons why like I had that drive to continue even in the midst of those challenges I was like facing.
Wow, that's amazing. Now the thing is, exactly. I thank you very much for that. I think if Denise is actually working for Binance. Like Binance is like godfather. In case you don't know, Denise is wow. Like this, you sharing this, it's so much value that if you are here and you're actually in school, you should know that you can actually have a tech skill, and still do good with academics, and then broaden your knowledge in the opportunities. Because if you don't have this, like she said, I can't imagine you as a computer science student, you don't know how to code. And then if you have this problem with computer science not being able to code, a computer science student able to code.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I grew up with this, like I stayed with this auntie of mine for a period of time. And then she had this store where she sells jewelry. She's into jewelry, so she sells jewelry. And then there was a time she was looking for sales representatives, and people were sending in their application. And then one of the people that sent in an application was a girl. She said she's a graduate of computer science from the University of Lagos. And then the day she came for the interview, I was there. And then she was like, bragging about the fact that she has a BSc in computer science. And I was amazed. Like, I mean, you have a BSc in computer science. Before then, I mean, I was not in the university then when this stuff happened, but I knew I wanted to study computer science. So I was interested in people that had degree in computer science. So it was a bit strange to me, and I was like wondering why this girl, you have a BSc in computer science, and you are here, I mean, looking for a sales job. I mean, when I mean a sales job, I mean there's a way you categorize sales jobs, right? I mean, literally looking for a job that will be paying you 10,000 in naira, and it was really crazy to me and like a turn off to me because I knew what I can do that degree, in computer science. So this girl, like, I was asking her, like, okay, what happened? She said the reason why she did that, the reason why she even studied computer science in the first place was because she was just looking for any course at all. She was actually praying for the university to give her any course she could just go in, just study and just come out. She did not really care about what she was studying. So for those kind of people, I feel that they might not be interested in the technology itself. They're just there because they want to get that certificate and move on with their life, right? But for people who are really interested in technology, people who are really interested in creating solutions for certain problems, and they had that in mind before studying computer science. Computer science is something they wanted to study. Tech is something they want to do. I think for them, yeah, I think for those kind of students, then definitely they would be interested in programming and they would also learn programming. So even in my department right now, I still have a couple of guys who are not even interested in learning programming. All right, so they're not even interested in the programming aspects of whatever they're being taught right now. What they have in mind is, I just want to leave this school, I just want the certificate, I just want to move on with my life. So it's something and it's like common.
Wow. All right. I think the thing is, whether you like the world is actually going into a digital phase, and either you're a coder or a non-coder, you must join with the flow. You must learn. You must have the knowledge to operate the space. All right. So I would not hold you, Dennis. Thank you so much. I'll be coming back to you shortly, but I want Yaeunda to talk to us. Yaeunda, are you there?
I am here.
All right. All right. Yes. So please give us how was your journey so far? How did you start? Because I know you, but let me not. I will not say anything too much. So I want you to just tell us how was your journey so far? How did you join the tech space?
Absolutely. I love the tech space. So I have a corporate career behind me, about 20 years in retail. And I can't, and then my last probably 6 years, I've been in real estate. And so I am the founder of digital real estate agents in the metaverses. So last year, January 2022, I decided that, oh my goodness, we're going to need real estate agents in the metaverses. So let's create this. And so I started using AI, 4K bots, and creating an onboarding program to create another career path for people in the metaverses. Because, it's one thing to come into the metaverse and Web3 and cryptocurrency and blockchain. And it's another thing to say, okay, I want to take the leap, but how do you navigate it? And so it was so important for me to be here, kind of like a gatekeeper, to say, hey, y'all, if you get here, by the way, into Web3, I'm here Monday through Friday, and I'm here to support your growth, your journey, and to keep you encouraged. Because when you're innovating, you need a lot of encouragement, and you don't know what you don't know. So it's always good to have an intentional genius room where you can bounce ideas off of each other and just listen and grow and share through synergy. I remember meeting Denise. Like when Denise came in, I was like, man, she is smart. And she just came in so humble. And she was like, I want to learn. I want to be in Web3. I want to do this. And so Denise, I hold, dear, near and dear to my heart, because I just see how she's continuing to grow and she wants more. Like, Denise, you are a force to be reckoned with. Like you're doing so amazing, and like you encourage, give me encouragement for the future in tech. So thank you, Denise. I wanted to share the gift of, I'm actually streaming this live. So we're on Twitter Spaces. If you click on my profile, Yaeunda, right? So everybody can follow along. And so I just wanted to just pour into everybody here to actually show them some other tools that can assist you in landing your ideal opportunity. And it really starts now. It really starts with having a profile, how you connect with others, how you network with each other, how you retweet each other, how you share each other's content, how you listen, how you comment, how you give feedback. That's all a part of getting you closer to your ideal opportunity. That's how I got into Web3, y'all.
Thank you, Yaeunda. That's really great. Thank you for your contribution. I think it's important, like you said, connection between. It's important for you to connect with the right people on this space, all right? So if you want to learn about cryptocurrency, you want to learn about AI, you want to connect with those people that have the experience, those people that have been in the space, those people that will guide you, that are willing to guide you. One thing about the tech spaces, you have a whole lot of people that are willing to have you in to teach you for you to get better, but you just have to give out time, you just have to connect with them for that. So like she said, connect with her. She's a very amazing mentor. Beyond that quick one, I want to ask you a question. What are those qualities as a newbie do you need to possess before you go into tech?
I would say the ability to understand that you're going to be a continuous learner, right? That's a skill that you have to understand, is that you're going to continuously learn. So just because you finish with school, you're never really finished with learning. So develop that. Another thing is having your routines. So what do your routines look like? So what do you do in the morning time? What do you do in the after time? And really build a system for yourself, right? So that you continue to maximize your potential and you continue to learn and you continue to grow. Another thing, I'm streaming on my profile. So if you click on my actual PFP, which is my profile picture, and you look at my profile picture, I'm actually streaming live a video that you can follow along. So I recommend that before people get started on their career path, that they have like LinkedIn. For instance, I'm a strong component of LinkedIn. I believe in this particular platform because it's the business platform. And so one of the things you'll notice that I'm sharing with you all is this is your profile, and this is a profile that you can create. You can create a profile picture, you can have a photo picture of yourself, and inside your banner. So I'm going to click on myself for a second. Inside your banner, tell the world what you're aspiring to do. Create this banner and say, hey, I'm a student and I want to do this. Hey, I'm looking for an internship in the year 2023, the fall. Hey, I'm looking, and be communicative with what you do. I speak tech in plain language, you all. That's it. That's what I do. I speak it so that the average consumer understands. In addition, when I take you over to jobs, I'm now saying here are some jobs that you can apply for. So I'm going to click on this technology job, right? But inside of here, you see I've already sorted it for Africa, right? So I'm looking for technology jobs in Africa. So, all right. So what part of Africa? And I could pick a particular space, right? But I want you to pay attention to the content as much. So I'm looking in South Africa, and I'm saying to myself, here is Salesforce developer. So understanding what the requirements are. And so if I went down and I looked at, say, other areas that are hiring, right? And I'm going to go for more remote. So here's a remote opportunity in Nigeria. So I'm going to look at Nigeria, and here is Max. So Max is looking for a team lead for vehicle operations. Right now, they have 19 applicants. This is an easy apply, but understanding, this is what I mean through connecting, understanding what the skill set is. What are they looking for? Do you have a logistics background? Do you have a degree in logistics, accounting, or the related field? Right here, do you have 3 years of experience in operation, leadership, strategic planning? Sure, you're doing operations. If you've ever taken care of some siblings, absolutely, you had to operate. And you just have to look at some of the skills that are transferable into other areas of your life, right? But seriously, formal training, education. Do you have a deep understanding of technology, product management, and change management? So if you have that deep knowledge of product management, create maybe a 5-sentence blog about what it means on product management, the who, what, when, whys, and hows of product management. The last thing that I'm going to leave you with on this piece, right, and being able to really leverage and build your profile is here's some benefits. Understanding what you're going to get for your time, for your commitment, and in the event you decide to work with them as an independent, meaning your own business, and or you decide to work with them as an employee. No, it's any way is the right way. You just have to decide for yourself. Again, I said, I'm looking for a tech job. Guess what? If you're looking for a content manager job, put in CON. Look at there. And as I'm putting in content job right there, look at all the content jobs. There's a content writer, there's a content manager, there's a content specialist, there's a content creator. Those are different jobs, you all. So understanding what you want to do and get in here and just start understanding what you're going to need in order to successfully work in the field that you're choosing in tech.
Oh, thank you. And like you said, understanding what you want, understanding the views that you're actually going to putting your mind, putting your time into is actually key. So Yaeunda, I'm definitely coming back to you because I have a lot of questions for you. So Mr. Gerald, please tell us your journey, a brief intro on your journey so far, how your journey has been, and we can kick off from there, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. I've actually enjoyed every speaker that spoke, and I want to hear from everyone. So for me, I have always some spaces that I've attended that I wasn't in tech original. I ventured into tech around, let's say, blockchain